In today's video, I'm going to talk about the new construction home buying process, part 2, build to orders, or BTOs. I'm Jesse Kern with the Jesse Kern team at Keller Williams Greater Des Moines Realty. So, new construction home buying process, part 1, I talked about spec homes and purchasing a spec home, which is very similar to purchasing any resale property because the spec home, it's already finished. This video is going to talk about the next step, BTOs, or build to orders. That's what we call them oftentimes in this market. So similar to a resale or a spec home, you still have the basic general outline of any real estate transaction. You have to know how much you want to spend, where you want your home to be. You want to know what type of home, the price you're willing to pay that you want to negotiate for, how much in earnest money you're going to give. I didn't mention this in the first video. Earnest money for spec homes is often, in the Des Moines market, about $1,000, very similar to a resale property. And again, that depends on price point. The higher you go up in price, the more earnest money the builder will expect. Then you have your financing process, and you have your appraisal, closing date, you have your inspection period, which is usually on the first 10 business days after acceptance. Then you have your final walkthrough the day before closing, and you close on the property. You get a home warranty usually, and that's negotiated up front as well. So, build to order. What is a build to order? Or what do I mean by the term build to order? Because in different parts of the country, you may hear different people use different terms and really mean the same thing. So when I'm saying a spec home, to reference the previous video, that's like a finished model home that a builder has out there for the public to see, and eventually those will sell. On the other extreme, which I'll talk about in video 3, is a full custom, where everything's designed from the ground up. Well, build to order is kind of in the middle. This is a situation where you choose your builder, and I recommend you have a real estate agent advise you and represent you in the process when you are building a home with the builder. A lot of times realtors are going to know builders' products, their specialties, their styles, their reputation, their customer service level, and they can really advise you and help you make that choice for who your builder is going to be. So the build to order process basically is once you pick your builder, you have X number of plans to choose from. You have X number of options in their gallery, say for countertops and cabinetry, flooring, appliances, and you choose between a relatively small, 5 to 10 options. Or a full custom, you have the gamut of all kinds of things you can choose from. So build to order, it's like the builder intends it to keep a certain price point, to make it more accessible to more buyers, and to make the process easier and more streamlined. That's what I mean when I say build to order. Your house is being built to the order that you are giving the direction to that builder. Okay, so you're going to know how much you can spend. Step 2, where to buy. This is going to be dependent upon your builder. What developments do they have available? Are they building a whole neighborhood? Here in Iowa, developers will develop the neighborhood. Builders will come. You can bring your own builder, or different builders will buy X number of lots within a development. And so you really kind of have to find a builder who's got a lot where you want to build, or they're able to obtain it. Either there's still some for sale, or they can do a trade with other builders, depending upon the relationship with those builders. Then the price. So when you have a build to order situation and you have predetermined options and upgrades, it's going to change the price. Usually the builder knows their base price for certain plans. And then when you choose from the options that you have for flooring, countertops, cabinetry, appliances, that could change your price. It could go up or down, depending upon the quality of the selections that you make. You'll still have a plans and specs period of time and a plans and specs meeting. That could be 2 weeks long for you to take the time to make these choices. In a build-to-order process, I mean, I've had clients just have one meeting, they sit down, they pick all their options, it's really an organized, streamlined process, and that's it. And the builder goes to work and they build the home. And like I said, that can be 2 weeks. So the construction process. Now, with a spec home, we didn't really deal with this issue. When you've got to wait out the construction process, some builders will carry that construction loan, and then you just do your takeout loan at the end with your loan officer, the lender of your choice. Or some builders will ask you to carry that construction loan. Rates are pretty much the same. Talk to your real estate agent, talk to the builder to find out what the options are. If you're carrying the loan process, you may have greater access to go on the property through the process. If the builder's carrying the loan, you may be restricted how much you can go on the property. I recommend let the builder do their job. A lot of times they will have you sign contracts to say, hey, you're not going to come on the property and give direction to subcontractors. Let the builder be the contractor. Let the builder know what you want, and then they can go and get the direction with their expertise. And a lot of times, you know, to have access to the property, you're going to have to do that through your real estate agent to get that access. So when it comes to earnest money on a build-to-order, it can be a little bit more than just a spec home. A spec home is similar to, you know, it's a completed home. The earnest money may be less. For a build-to-order, some builders may request $5,000, non-refundable. They may request 5%. They may request 10%. Depends on how much risk they feel that they're taking to build this home. Usually with build-to-orders, they've already chosen plans and specs that they know the public is going to like, so it's not as much a risk for them as a full custom, where that may be a unique property that if the deal falls through, they're stuck with, and there's more risk for them in that situation. But a build-to-order, it's like it's pretty safe in terms of the options you're making and the plans that the builder has created for you to choose from. So your earnest money could be $5,000, 1%. Bigger builders have more flexibility because they have more capital. Smaller builders, just be prepared. They may request more money up front for your earnest money. Now your closing date, that could change. It's usually 5 to 6 months to build the house. Some builders do it faster. And weather can sometimes be a factor. Here in Iowa, if it's snow or rain, that may delay the builder building the property. If there's subcontractor scheduling conflicts, that could delay it. Bigger builders usually have their own teams and they don't have those issues. So just be prepared that there may be delays as the process unfolds. Your inspection is more elaborate when you have a build-to-order because you're going to have an electrical walkthrough. This is a meeting with either the builder or a representative where you go through the house and basically say, this is where I want my outlets to turn lights on and off, and this is where I want my outlets where I can plug in cords for TV and other appliances. Then you have your trim walkthrough, carpentry trim, where you talk about baseboards, countertops, cabinets, and how those are being put inside the home. And usually then you have, of course, your final walkthrough, which is right before closing. Usually the contract will say the final walkthrough can be done within 10 days of completion. You don't want to do a final walkthrough on a house that's not finished yet. You want to see the final product before you close to make sure it's good to go. There's still the rough-in meeting and the blue tape meeting where you tag the details that might need to be addressed, chipped paint, chipped on the wall, countertops, whatever, to make sure it's in pristine condition for your purchase. And then, of course, your builder warranty. Usually builders will offer a 1-year warranty. In the state of Iowa, builders are accountable for certain aspects of the property for 15 years after construction, as long as they're still in business, of course. So you want to check with your local and state laws in terms of what the builder is accountable for and liable for. Of course, mechanicals and appliances will have their manufacturer warranties. So when you do a build-to-order process, it's more involved than just buying a spec home, and it's less involved than doing a full custom where everything is being designed from the ground up. And if you don't know what builder to choose, involve a real estate agent. That agent will take you on meetings where you can interview the different builders. Most likely, the builders may have their plans and information on the internet where you can do some of that research up front. And if you get serious about wanting to talk to or interview a builder, take an agent with you who has experience in order to guide you through that process and help you ask the questions that you may not know to ask, because, I mean, let's be honest, agents do multiple deals a year, and consumers buy or sell every 5 to 15 years on average. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. Feel free to give a like and a subscribe. Comment below. When you click the link, I'll give you access to the free new construction home buying process outline. And of course, if you have any questions, you can contact me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching.